Hey yo, what up everybody? It's RJ DeWolfe. This is my first video. I was kind of hesitant to do this, because I thought my boy Jordan was trying to you know, ride on my coattails to stardom. Wanted to make like a fame thing, and I don't want stardom. That's not what I'm about. But then Jordan was like, "Hey man, why don't you talk about the things that you're passionate about?" I was like, "Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea." So I figure, me and Jordan in the mornings, we hang out, get to sipping some herbs, sipping some coffee, and we have these intellectual conversations, and I figure bring them to you. So, welcome to the office of RJ DeWolfe. Today's subject will be the Freudian theory of sublimation. Okay, now, in 1896, this German Jew named Sigmund Freud wrote down this thing called the pleasure principle. Basically, what it said was what fundamentally drives the human animal is, you see, they just want to feel good. They just want to feel good. That's what it's all about. It took you like 12,000 years of history to get one guy to finally figure out that all you want is to feel good. That's all you want is just to feel good. That's what it's all about. But let's say you live in a society that's afraid of allowing itself to feel good. Well, where does that put you in your motivation to just feel good? You know what I'm saying? Well, let's come up with an example. Say this fine ass lady that you want to get freaky with, and she's not having it. You're like, hey, what's up, lady? You want to come get this? Come get this. But she don't want to come get it. She's not having it, and then that makes you kind of upset because that's what you want to do to feel good, is you want to get freaky with that fine ass lady. So what do? Well, you start a punk band, and then you scream in the microphone about how you feel about it, and that's called sublimation. See, you turn your unsatisfied desire into something useful. Now you're popular, and you got a bunch of ladies that want to get freaky with you now. I mean, they got dyed hair and they like violence and they're a little crazy, but still, you sublimated yourself into a certain path. You found your way. You know what I mean? It's okay. I think. But some would argue. See, there was other guys that argued people divergent from Freud, because Freud went a little batty. See, Freud is kind of like a punk band himself, where it's like only the early albums are good, like Pleasure Principle, Three Contributions to Sexuality. That early stuff was good, but then he got a little crazy a little later on, in the 80s. Well, it wasn't the 80s for him, it was like you know, the 19 teens, and he was like getting into cocaine, and the studio producers were just like kind of taking away the heart and spirit of the sound that he originally had on his first two albums. Where was I? Oh yeah, so anyway, there's some divergent theories that thought that the sublimation was unnecessary, that you could just heal society, and then, it's just like, then there just would never be a situation in which people wouldn't want to get freaky with each other or something like that. I don't know. I guess there's idealists. But I don't know. I've been discussing this with Jordan because he thinks art will save the world. And I wanted to remind him that fucking hippie thinks art will save the world. I don't know why he thinks that, but he's a little crazy. And I'm trying to remind him that, as Freud might say, that perhaps art is like a symptom of a psychological disease or something, really, when you break it down. But I don't know. What the fuck do I know? I'm just stuffed wolf. Anyway, nice talking to y'all. I'm RJ. Talk to you next time.